Welcome to this short video review about a wide-angle rifle scope made by Minox in Germany. This scope is called ZP8 1 to 8 by 24. So it's a wide-angle rifle scope, tactical rifle scope with an 8x zoom. This scope was first shown at SHOT Show and EVA Show in 2014, when there was big news that Minox and Optronica GmbH have formed a new company called GSO, German Sport Optics, and they are planning to produce a really high-end tactical rifle scopes. I believe many of you know Optronica. It is a small company in Germany which designed and also produced Premier Reticles rifle scopes, at least at the time when Premier was still working. When the business with Premier ended, they joined with Minox and formed this GSO company which produces these scopes. They also have a 3 to 15 by 50 model and 5 to 25 by 56, but I personally think that this 1 to 8 is the most interesting among them. It is one of the few wide-angle rifle scopes that have a 34mm main tube, so it's quite big for a wide-angle scope. But on the other hand, it has 8x zoom, all the way from 1 to magnification 8. And it offers a really wide field of view, 38 meters. This is quite a lot for a 8x zoom scope. It also has a quite good eye box. It is 700 grams. It weighs 700 grams, which is a lot for a wide-angle scope, and it's approximately a little bit less than 30 centimeters long. It is of course waterproof, filled with argon, so it doesn't fog when the temperatures are low. It has a lockable fast focus. You can see you can lock it here into the position. This is a really nice feature since almost no one else offers this feature anymore in this class. It is also all metal construction, so there is no rubber parts, not even on a magnification ring, not on the turrets, on the illumination controls. It also has a small throw lever, which is built in the magnification ring. This is also a nice feature, and it's made in Wetzlar in Germany. It's a really high quality scope with excellent warranty. The warranty, you can see here the warranty card. The warranty is 30 years. So this is really a lot. Something not seen very often anymore in optics. It also comes with a quality control checklist and with a manual or instructions where everything is shown and all the reticle subtensions are given and so on. The turrets, as you can see, are very low, so you can combine this scope also with a red dot. The turrets will not obstruct your field of view. They are lockable. You have to pull them up to unlock them. The clicks are 1 centimeter on 100 meters in mils. The turrets also have the zero stop, approximately 3 clicks below zero, and a full 10 mils of travel in one turn. So single turn, 10 mils of travel, zero stop, and lockable. Great turrets. They're also nicely made, and you can see the white numbers written on them are really big and clearly visible. Of course, you can reset the turrets once the scope is zeroed. You can see that all the controls are really tactical. They give confidence to the user, and I would say that for the first scope made by Minox in this high-class tactical line, they really made the turrets good. The illumination is also controlled with a locking turret. You can see it like this. It has nice feel, also audible, the same like clicks on the turrets, and in each position between the intensity levels the illumination gets turned off. Also a nice feature. If I say something about the reticle, this is the most special thing in this scope, since almost no one else in the market produces a scope with such reticle. We are waiting for other manufacturers who have already presented such scopes at big shows, but are still not available at the market. And that means that this scope has a reticle in the first focal plane, which is great for holdovers when shooting on long range, for calculating the distances to the targets through the reticle. It's also great because the reticle is really thin on one-time magnification, and the dot is in the second focal plane. So this scope has a reticle and the dot separated. The reticle in the first focal plane, the dot in the second focal plane. Such configuration, it's really rare, but it has a lot of benefits. The first benefit is that at one-time magnification, the red dot is clearly visible. It's big, bright, daytime bright, and the reticle in the first focal plane is really thin. It's really hard to see the reticle, and this is the point, because with rapid target acquisition you only see the dot in the center of the field of view. This is great. Then when you set the scope to 8-time magnification, the red dot in the second focal plane is turned off and it becomes invisible. Immediately when you turn it off, it's invisible, and you only see the reticle. The reticle is thicker on 8-time magnification, so it can be clearly seen also on the in low light situations, and you have a really nice reticle for precise aiming at longer distances. So this configuration is really great. What is additional bonus of this scope is that at approximately 3-time magnification it automatically switches off the second focal plane dot and turns off the low light illumination on the reticle. So it has an illuminated dot in the second focal plane, and also the reticle in the first focal plane is illuminated for low light situations when you pass the magnification power 3, when you go higher. Really great design. Probably the best you can have in a wide angle scope. This illumination is controlled by this lockable side turret. It is daytime bright. The second focal plane dot is daytime bright, while the reticle illumination in the first focal plane is for low light situations. It also has a position sensor, so when you turn the scope sideways it automatically turns off. When you tilt it down it also turns off and saves a lot of battery energy. And when the scope is perfectly still for some time it also turns off the illumination. So if I make a short summary, this is the first try, we could say, from Minox in the highest class of tactical optics. I think it's a good try and a great addition to the offer on the market. I really like the scope with all metal construction, especially with this special design of the reticle with first focal plane reticle and the second focal plane dot. And I also like the turrets. The turrets are really simple and easy to use. The only downside I can see is that the scope is a little bit bigger and that it has a 34mm tube, which is unusual for wide-angle scopes. Just to the end, you also get a great flip-up covers with the scope. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any additional questions, send us email, visit our webpage, or use comments on this YouTube channel.